Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Namaste everyone.
Morning, Kumar.
Namaste everyone. Namaste Kumar.
Namaste. So let's start with 3 ohms. Please take a deep breath. Stay. Okay, go ahead, Purna. Please do the prayer songs. That should be enough.
योगेन चित्तस्य.
Yeah. Nabahu, both.
Yeah. योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिरानतोऽस्मि आबाहुपुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिं श्रीमते अनन्ताय नागराजाय नमो नमः.
Thank you, Purna. Thank you. So, namaste, everyone. We'll move on with the assignment. Hold on 1 second, please. Yes, what is it, Rajashri?
Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not able to.
Sir, you are in mute.
Shruti, he is talking to somebody on the phone. Maybe it is important call.
That was Rajashri on the line, and she wants the link. So give me a sec. Give me a minute, okay? Let me send it to her, and I'll be right with you. Sorry about that. Back. Okay, let me share the screen and we'll start. So who goes first?
I think I'm first.
Huh? You go
That's,
first.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Um,
So
yeah,
I think
so
before you start, Yogeshwar, I just want to let everyone know the first two sutras I think we covered last week before we wound up.
mm,
So the first two sutras are on um, about Kriya Yoga and how we are the tool in this world. And the tool has a lot of kleshas, and understanding that as a tool I have a lot of kleshas, and to go through the process of cleansing out the kleshas to get to the state of samadhi. That's the summary of the first two sutras. Okay, go ahead, Yogesh.
okay. So 2.3 is avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, pancha, klesha. So it's saying the 5 painful barriers to samadhi are 1, the lack of self-knowledge, 2, a mistaken self-identity, 3, attachment, 4, aversion, and 5, the desire to live as the false self.
So the second one, Asmita, what did you say?
Avidya, asmita.
Asmita, what did you say about Asmita?
Asmita is the egoism or mistaken self-identity, the sense of being an I that is separate, isolated, independent.
No, it's not the ego.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the self sense of an observer. Unless you have that self sense, you cannot experience anything in this world.
Oh.
Where did you get this ego part? You Google.
No, I didn't Google it. It came as part of the I, one of the definitions says.
Yeah. So there is some substance in what you're saying, because if we map it to our Vedanta, the 5 of them fall into the 3 aspects which Vedanta describes: Manas, Buddhi, and Ahankara. The 3 aspects in Vedanta are made into 5 here. Okay? The Manas part is the Avidya. The Manas part is the Raga and Dvesha. The Buddhi, the opposite of Buddhi, antonym of Buddhi, the opposite of Buddhi is Avidya. Buddhi is Vidya. Opposite of Vidya is Buddhi is Avidya. So those two are together. So Manas is divided into 2, Raga and Dvesha, and Ahankara is divided into 2, Abhinivesha and Asmita. So the self sense of the Ahankara part, that is the one which lets us experience. The other one is the Abhinivesha, which takes us on a ride. Oh, I know everything. I am the doer. So that Ahankara itself is split into 2. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
No. So without the self sense, one cannot experience anything in this world.
Mm.
So that's why if you look at the summary, it says self-sense, sense of self. And then the last one, it says sense of attachment or self-sense of doer. That is the problem. That I am the doer and we have attachment to everything in this world.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So now, go ahead. Now you explain 2.3.
We go to the next one. Or,
Let's see if anybody has questions here. Anyone having questions?
No, I don't know what's going on, but could you just remind me what is it? Arankara?
Ahankara. Ahankara.
Can you remind me what that is?
Yeah. Ahamkara is Asmita and Abnivesha put together. So in Sanskritam, it is a Sanskritam. It is from the Hindu Vedanta. Okay. The other texts in Sanatan Dharma use this word Ahankara. Aham means I. That's I. Aham. In Sanskritam, Aham means I. Kara means doer. Any activity. Karma. Right? All that kara. It comes from that. Kara is that activity. So ahamkara together is the self sense and I am the doer, both together. So in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali Muni has split it into two. One where it is necessary for us to have that experience of the world. And secondly, the aspect of where we think we are the doer of everything, not understanding we are just a bloody tool. Okay? Did you understand, Tammy?
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Self-sense and the doer.
Same as self pride, right?
Yeah.
Is self-pride a good thing? Did we say? Did we determine? Not really, but kind of. You have to be. The self-senses are our
Yeah. The
purpose,
self.
right? That's why we're here. But the doer is what we do with our self-sense, or are we using doer as in like the doer being in control? Is it more negative that way, like the control?
Yeah. The doer part, the Abnivesha part is the one which says, I am in control.
The doer. Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't give a damn to karma.
What is the difference between ego and ahankar?
That's
So
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Ego is the same as ahankara. But that itself, we are splitting it into two. The self-sense and abhinivesha. We are splitting ego or ahankara. Ahankara is equals to ego.
Okay. Thank you.
That's split into two.
Okay, we got that one now. Thank you.
Have we beaten this enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you understand, Shashi?
Yes.
Okay. Yogeshwaran, did you understand enough? Did you understand this?
Yeah.
Yeah, tells me that still there are doubts.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Any other questions, anyone? I shouldn't be answering. Actually, Yogeshwaran should be answering.
So we'll go to 2.4.
Hmm.
Lack, 2.4 and 5 are both related to lack of self-knowledge.
First,
So-
read the sutra. First, read the sutra.
Okay. Avidya kshetram uttaresham prasupta
Uttaresham. Uttaresham.
uttaresham prasupta tanu vichinna uddarana
Udaranam.
udarana. It says lack of self-knowledge gives rise to all other painful barriers, and those can be dormant, weak, hidden, or fully active.
So, what is avidya?
Avidya is lack of self-knowledge or spiritual ignorance.
It's also incorrect perspective of life.
Okay.
Yes. What is this incorrect perspective of life? That when you are upset, you think that your mother is the reason for that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
That is also lack of self-knowledge. And it is incorrect perspective of life. That that irritation comes from outside.
Hmm.
That the problem comes from outside. That is the incorrect perspective. That is the lack of self-knowledge.
Hmm. And prasupta is like dormant, latent, or quiet. It's hidden. Could arise anytime.
Yes, dormant or latent. Yes,
Hmm.
or hidden. Yes. So you have to explain each word. Uttaresham. What is Uttaresham?
Risham is of the others, the
Huh?
subsequent, the following, others, like what others do to you or
No,
something.
Uttaresham is avidya kshetram. Kshetram.
Kshetram is field or domain, sphere of action.
Yeah, field, domain, place, whatever. Normally we
Yes.
say this is my kshetram. We look at a house and say this is my kshetram. That means this is my house.
Hmm.
So avidya kshetram, avidya resides. That's what it means. Avidya resides. Where? Uttaresham, it's at the top of what? What is it? What, avidya resides at the top of what?
Uh, top of everything else.
What is that everything else?
Uh, other kleshas and things.
Huh? Yeah. 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 Say it again.
Kleshas.
Kleshas. Why is there a doubt?
Okay.
That's why I am pausing.
Hmm.
It is at the top of the kleshas. So when avidya is gone, all the kleshas also go away. All the other four also drop off. You understand?
Yes.
When we have full vidya, when we have full buddhi, when we have full vidya, then raga, dvesha, asmita, abhinivesha, everything falls off. Okay?
And Uttaranam means fully active.
Udarana,
Udaranam. Fully active, rising, aroused.
vichinna. What is vichinna?
It's hidden or disconnected.
No, vichinna. Huh? Yeah. Vichinna means it's weak.
Weak. Okay. Hmm.
I mean, Tanu is weak, sorry.
Yeah.
Vichinna is,
Hidden.
it is in pieces, not hidden. It
Okay.
is separated or broken up.
It's disconnected.
Yeah, disconnected, yes. It's in pieces.
Yeah. Tanu is to reduce, weaken, attenuate.
Yeah.
Pasukta.
Okay.
I go to the next one.
So what is Udharanam?
Uh, is it's active, fully active, or it's rising? It's getting higher. And
Yeah,
higher.
it is blossoming
Yeah.
or in the process of acting up or fully activated. All meaning it's for most of us it is Udharanam. It is active all the time.
Okay.
Avidya is active all the time for us.
Hmm.
Okay, go ahead to the next. Any questions, anyone? Okay, go ahead.
2.5 Anitya, Ashuchi, Dukkha, Anatmasu, Nitya, Shuchi, Sukha, Atman, Khyati, Avidya,
Yatihi.
Khyatihi, Avidya.
Hmm.
The lack of self-knowledge causes one to confuse the impermanent with the permanent, the impure with the pure, that which brings suffering with that which brings happiness, and the false self with the self.
So what is Anitya?
Anitya is non-eternal or impermanent.
So
Oh.
Anitya is impermanent.
Yes.
So you have to match Anitya with Nitya.
Hmm.
Nitya is permanent.
Hmm.
So you have to match like that. Anitya. So this Avidya, the last word Avidya. What is Avidya? Avidya is lack of correct perspective of life.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
So since Avidya, the lack of correct perspective of life, what does it do? It makes us think that what is impermanent as Nitya, as permanent. You have to match Anitya with Shuchi. I mean, with Nitya. What is unclean? What is impure? As clean, Shuchi. We match
Hmm.
Ashuchi with Shuchi.
Oh.
That's how you have to match.
Hmm.
Not blindly give me a summary. Go ahead now.
And Sukha, pleasure, delight, happiness, with Dukkha, suffering, misery, grief, distress, pain, unease.
No, you tell me. Reading like that is no use, Yogeshwaran. You have to explain. You have to say avidya makes us think. What does it makes us think?
That pleasure or pain is
It think pleasure or not pleasure or pain. Sukha is pleasure. And dukkha is pain. So
so
what
it
does
makes
avidya
us
do?
think, makes us look as if Dukkha is Sukha.
So it makes us think dukkha, which is pain and suffering, as
Sukha.
sukha. Here you must not take physical pain and suffering. Here you must see what is this the dukkha. Where does the dukkha come from? It comes from attachment to things in life.
Mhm.
Hmm. Because of attachment, the dukkha comes. Because of attachment, the sukha also comes.
And also,
The reason for that is avidya. Avidya makes you think that pleasure comes from this dukkha. It makes sukha. It makes you think that sukha comes from dukkha or dukkha comes from sukha. Okay, go ahead with the next one.
so it makes anitya seem like nitya also. I think.
No, you have to say what is anitya?
Anitya is impermanence, is what it is there, but it'll make it look like it is permanent. Or
Who is
nitya,
going to make it look like permanent?
the avidya.
You have to say that.
Okay.
Hmm. And then,
That's it.
what do you mean that's it?
Hmm. Anatmasu is non-self, false self. Ashuchi, we saw Ashuchi is impure.
No.
Makes
Anatmasu. You went from anitya to anatmasu. Go in that same order.
okay.
We
Anitya,
are finished with
Ashuchi.
anitya. Now go to ashuchi.
Ashuchi is impure or dirty, soiled, unclean.
Hmm.
It makes it appear
What makes it? Don't say it.
Okay.
You
Avidya makes
uh,
Ashuchi appear as Suchi,
as clean.
as clean, pure.
Dukkha, we have already seen. Dukkha and sukha, we have already
Yes.
seen. Then,
Anatmasu is non-self or false self. It'll appear as the self, the Atman, soul, spirit. Avidya makes Anatmasu appear as Atman.
Okay.
Khyati.
Khyati is that making it appear. That's what is Khyati, experience.
Okay.
Khyati is thought to be here. Otherwise, you can say experience. Avidya gives you that experience of anitya as being impermanent, being as permanent. Avidya gives you that experience, impure things to be pure. Anitya gives that experience, dukkha to be sukha, that is pain to be pleasurable. So these are all arising from avidya, the incorrect perspective of life.
Okay.
Anyone, any questions?
Yeah, Kumarji, I have a question for you. Uh, the, can you tell one example of um, impurity as pure, right? Can you tell one example, please? Avidya makes the impurities as pure, temporary as permanent. And dukkha as sukha.
Yeah. See, if you look at impure, it is not just external impurity alone we are not talking about. You are
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah. Okay.
you got it?
Okay. Okay.
I have a question, Kumar.
Yes.
So, can you give me an example how to understand that because of avidya, what is dukkha is actually sukha. I mean, I experience dukkha, but it is actually sukha. I mean, the other way I can understand that there is a false sense of happiness, but actually that leads to long-term pain. Like any substances we use, like, alcohol consumption. It's a false sense of happiness, but that leads to pain later on. That I understand. But the other way, an example to say that what is dukkha now is actually sukha.
Yeah. Good question. Yes, Yogeshwaran,
Yes.
That's
did you switch off?
No, sorry, I didn't hear the question. Please repeat.
Can I repeat the question, Kumar?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
So, because of avidya, what is dukkha is actually sukha. So, I am trying to understand it with the help of an example. So, if you can help, it will be good.
That is a very asking to children.
Okay. Like it's
Mm.
child is crying that he wants to doesn't realize the final destination or anything, so he just wants the impermanence right now, which is like maybe looking at a cell phone or some other thing that he wants now, but he's getting the sukham now, but but it's still dukkha. It's not like it's what it's going after. It's not the end, the goal or anything. So it's still looking for the dukkha, which seems like sukha for the child. So he's crying that he wants uh, the cell phone or whatever that he wants in the moment.
So, that's he's experiencing dukkha.
Yeah.
But where is the
So, how
sukha
is,
part? That is what she's
where is the
asking.
sukha part of it?
Where is
Uh,
the pleasure part of it?
the child feels the pleasure once he gets to see the cell phone. No?
Now, you tell me, you are the teacher.
I think so, because then the crying stops, the tantrums stop, he gets what he wants, he's feeling the sukha. So so that dukkha has turned out to be a sukha, but it's avidya, so that's what he wants. But he doesn't know that that's actually dukkha, that is actually, wiping him from where he should go.
Okay. So you took a very material example. Although, okay, let me explain this and then you will see uh, where your example fell short.
Okay.
See, this is much deeper than that. We have to look at it from a wider perspective. That is, this this entire life, this entire life is a drama, right? We are being driven by a script, karmic script, and we are enacting this, right?
Mm.
Because of that lack of understanding that this is a script that we are undergoing, what we think is that every aspect of life we think that it is very pleasurable, and we are running after that. So how are you going to find pleasure
To experience dukkha, which is actually sukha.
when the entire thing is dukkha? How are you going to find that bliss and pleasure?
Only by coming out of this self, this life, this lifetime, and attaining mukti.
So that's the meaning of that. When we say dukkha appears as sukha, because the entire world, this entire world is pain. It's a painful world.
Inflicted pain. I think it is.
Oh.
No, dukkha. We experience
So
dukkha.
that is the dukkha.
Hmm.
It is
And
actually
we are trying to
out of
find,
dukkha.
because we are seeing the entire world is pain because we are seeing it from a materialistic point of view.
Hmm.
Only when we move away from that can we experience that pleasure bliss all the time. So until then, we are trying to find pleasure in this dukkha. And maybe some moments here and there we have pleasure, yes. Is this making sense to everyone? Making sense, Usha?
Uh, Actually,
Not
I
quite.
thought slightly differently. So if there is an experience now in this world, which to me is a very sad event. So it could be that I failed in something I did. I tried to do something. Maybe I tried to clear an examination, my graduation, and I failed. So that's a very sad event for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I think is that what I don't realize in experiencing the sadness is that there is a reason why that happened, and ultimately, because of this, I will be able to overcome something. I mean, like so that avidya part of it, which makes me feel sad because I lost something, I lost a game, or I failed in the exam. If I were to pause and think a little inward, do introspection, I will realize that it is not a dukkha event. It is actually leading me to something better, and which is ultimately where I will feel that bliss or whatever it is. So I don't know. I mean, that is what I'm trying to make sense of it. Because the other way I can understand what is false happiness. Like a lot of material things gives us that false sense of happiness, which ultimately leads us to dukkha. But the dukkha events, which are actually meant as a lesson, learning a lesson towards feeling sukha. I don't know. Mohan wants to say something.
Yeah, no, I think the inflicted pain, people feel that it's painful, but they feel that it's pleasure. You know, there are
Yeah.
people who are. That's one example. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mohan touched it, but he didn't go. He didn't want to. He's a diplomat, so he left it at the surface level. So let us take an example, and then we will see it very clearly. See, as a volunteer in this organization, Hindu Family Support Services, where we support survivors of domestic violence. Okay,
Oh, there
so here's a couple
people go through that.
who married, and they had some good days, and then there comes a time when they start fighting, and then it becomes physical. And let us say, for this example, the woman is beaten day in and day out, but the woman continues to live with the husband because most of the times after the physical thing has taken place, after an hour or so, the husband comes and says, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he, caresses her and convinces her, "Don't worry, everything will be all right. From now on, I'll be fine." So she accepts that and goes on. The next day, the same thing happens. The same thing continues. It may not be every day, but there are many events before. So during this process, if you see this pain, she is trying to think that this pain will go away. There's an inbuilt kind of a maya which makes her think, oh, this pain will go away, and now that he says he'll be a good person, he'll be really nice to me. So this is that pleasure from that pain. With me?
Okay. Yes, Kumar.
Okay.
May I
So,
give you another example? May I give you another example?
yeah, go ahead.
People are taking drugs, they think they are so happy. And when they withdraw, they think they are unhappy. But it's good for them.
Oh, same like drinking.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Or can I share, like, the way I saw it was, how would we know? We wouldn't know joy if there was no suffering, because it would just be, like, is. So the illusion is that there's one or the other when really it just is. Anyway.
Yeah, both the pain and suffering, I mean, both the pain and pleasure, they are both Maya. Meaning, there is only bliss in this world. When is it is a bliss? When we think of each thing as an experience and not label it as a good and bad. That is the problem.
Hmm.
Who is labeling it as good and bad? All events in life, how are they being labeled good and bad? Who is labeling it?
It
We
is
are
our
labeling.
avidya. Our avidya makes it.
We are labeling it.
We are labeling it. That is true. What part of it is labeling it?
Chitta vrittis. No?
Klesha?
We already said it.
Avidya.
Actually, the manas,
Oh, manas.
what we call
Man-
as the raga and dvesha, right? That's what raga and dvesha is nothing but good and bad, right?
Hmm.
And all of them are coming from that avidya. We label it because it comes from avidya.
Hmm.
That manas is the one which is saying, oh, this is good, this is bad. This is evil, this is pure. This is black, this is white. Okay?
Mhm.
Wait a minute. So raga, well, good and bad versus sukha and dukkha.
Yeah. Raga is desires or something that
Oh,
comes from the feeling of sukha. Yes. Raga comes from sukha. Dvesha. Dvesha is hatred. That obviously comes from dukkha.
dukkha. Okay.
If
I think, Kumar, it is the other way. Raga is the desire. So,
yeah,
desire can lead to sukha if it is fulfilled, and dukkha if it is unfulfilled.
Mm.
no, sukha anushayi raga. Yeah, it is coming. The sutra is coming.
Oh, I'm like, wait, that's not there. Okay, thank you. I'll wait.
Yeah.
And
Sukha follows the desire. See, once you enjoy one candy, then you want more candies, correct?
Yes.
yes.
So, the
So,
sukha comes
because
from fulfillment
you
of the
enjoyed that
desire.
sukha, you enjoyed that pleasure of the first candy. And now the desire comes, oh, I want 100 candies,
Correct.
right? Okay.
And we're taught what is good and bad, right? From a young age, from school, how upbringing, households. People tell you, okay, that's good, this is bad. So we
Mm,
condition to favor the likes or the goods and then the bads and
mm,
not the bad. So
mm.
we're conditioned that these are bad, these are good
So
by
that is
our
why we have
family,
to work on
friends.
them. That is the klesha.
Hmm.
Labeling things as good and bad is a klesha.
Yes.
But in life we have to find solutions
But sometimes
without
it's not
without
our.
bad affecting us, and without
Mm.
good affecting us also. Sometimes, you have to find many times you have to find solutions without getting upset because something bad
Oh.
happened.
Mm.
That's where these sutras help.
Yeah. And so we may not label them, but our near and dear ones, distant family members might label them. So we might take their opinion and start labeling them as bad, where we may originally might not have labeled it.
Don't say we, I. Use I.
Okay. Okay.
Only when you say I, only then you can see that ugliness.
Mm.
Hmm. When you say we, it becomes very generalized, it is diluted.
Okay.
I label my relatives as good and bad. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So, next. So next is not for you, right?
Yes.
For your
It's not
mom?
for me.
For your
Yeah.
mother? Okay. Is she there?
Yeah, she's right here.
Okay. Come on, Sri Lakshmi. So now you know the pattern of this Viva Voce. So go ahead. Can't hear you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
2-6. It's Drig Darshana Shaktayoho
Shakti.
Ekatmata Shaktyoho
Ah,
Ekatmata Iva Asmita.
hmm.
Drig means the one who sees. Darshana is the act of seeing or observing. Shaktyo is power. Ekatmata, oneself. And we say it is one and the same. Iva is like. Asmita is egoism. And whoever sees, we the
So
false self is formed.
Asmita is not Asmita. I want you to drop the saying egoism. Asmita is the self
Okay.
sense
Self.
of observer.
Okay, the self as the observer. The false self is formed by mistaking the instrument of seeing with the power that sees. So, if something happens, if I say the truth about something, I observe. Actually, who is observing is the one within me, the God. But I mistakenly think it is me. And whoever is watching me says, wow, Sri Lakshmi, very intelligent, very good. So, all that adjectives, whatever is praised, is not for me, it is for the one that saw it, the God. But the false self. So I have that false self, and everybody else also has the false self. So they praise me, and I also get the sense that I am the one that saw, not the power within me. 2-7.
Hold on. Any questions, anyone? No one has a question. So, but the fact of the matter is, Asmita is something that we need to experience this world.
Yes, but we are separating it. We are saying it is in isolation. It's like the wave is separating from the ocean. And when the wave feels it is the ocean, we have a different set of feelings. But the wave thinks it is a wave. and that is part of our sorrow.
No, we are not saying whether asmita is bad or good here. We are only saying asmita means it is a self sense. Only with
It's a
that we
sense
can
of separate
experience, yeah, only with that we can experience this world.
world. Yes,
Don't label it whether it is good or bad. That's
good
not
or
the
bad. Okay, okay. The sense of separateness, that is the asmita. And I have to feel that I am a wave in order to feel certain things, but I am part of the ocean.
I
Okay,
have a
when the
question
craze
here.
comes,
Oh,
I
go
have
ahead.
a question here if I can interrupt. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, so this particular sutra says asmita, it's defining asmita as the combining the observer and the process of observation. That is,
Correct.
the identity is merged. That
Correct.
is, I am the seer, but I am also actively involved in the process of seeing.
Correct.
But I want to understand this with one simple example. I would like you to help me understand it with some example. I mean, I read what the sutra is saying, but I am not able to. Because we also talk of the true detachment
See,
is where I can only see, but I don't get involved. That also we say.
yeah, the thing is, there is a rose flower, and you go and touch the petal of the rose flower, right? And there is a sensation when you touch the petal of the rose flower. Without asmita, there will be no sensation. You will not experience that sensation.
Correct.
So when you are touching that petal, that moment, there is an experience that comes to you. That experience is that asmita. For a very short period, and then immediately all these kleshas kick in, and then they tell you, oh, this is not as smooth as the other flower that I touched. This is not as flexible as the other petal. All those things come in, and that prevents us from having the real experience. So
The real experience would be to enjoy the sense of touching this flower.
touching this flower and just feeling that whatever texture it is, not without any kind of comparison.
Without comparing it with other things.
Yes. But the comparison is automatic because we have been brought up like that. I mean, those are the part of the kleshas, right? So that comparison
Okay.
kicks in and then you lose that experience. Leaving that apart, leaving all those extraneous things apart, that the very fact that when you touch, you feel that experience, you feel that texture of the petal. To feel that, you need asmita. That is called self-sense, or that is what is called asmita. And
So
this
why do
same
they say
asmita is needed.
Shaktyoho?
Hmm?
Why are they saying Drik Darshana Shaktyoho? That is the energies of one who sees.
Yeah, it is coming from your energy, right? From inside. It is
Or
actually
that
there.
effort I make to touch, see that one? Or the resultant feeling. No, where is this energy needed? It could be just
For
Drik
if
Darshana.
you experience anything, you need energy. That's all it's saying.
Okay.
Asmita is, it does not involve mind.
Huh? What is that?
Asmita,
Hmm.
it's just an experience without mind
What
involved.
is mind?
Mind is when we say it is abhinivesha, Like when we say it is, when we touch something like a flower, a petal, it's very soft. So that when we touch it, we know, we can feel that it is soft. But when we say that it is soft and good, or bad or whatever, that
Yes.
is abhinivesha.
That is manasa. Manas.
That is manasa.
Not
Manasa is
abhinivesha. That is
again
manas. That is not abhinivesha. That is manas. Manas
manas.
is what labels it as soft and rough.
Yes. So
Now,
the
the
asmita has
moment
no
you touch
mind.
it and you feel, the moment you touch it and you feel the texture of the petal, it's fine. That is the experience. That is abhinivesha. That is asmita. The moment you say it is soft, like this hibiscus flower, but it is not, or you say it is not as soft as the hibiscus, that is where the manas has already kicked in.
I can give another example. Like if someone says something to me, I just hear it. My sense of hearing, it just takes in. It just takes in. Then later, that is asmita. It's just like someone is talking and I'm hearing it. That is asmita. It does not involve my mind, nothing. But when I start thinking that whether that whatever the person has said is something bad, or it hurts me, or it gives me pleasure, or whatever, that is manas, right, sir?
That is manas. Yes, manas does that.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Rajeshri.
Okay, go ahead. Any other
Sukha,
questions? Hold on. Any other questions, anyone? Okay.
I think I have a question, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a statement or a question. So if we're at like a botanical garden and we're with friends and we walk and we look at the experience, we experience being in the flowers and all of the things. And then sometimes there's this person that wants to tell us everything about everything, and it like takes away the experience of observing, because wherever we were observing with the plant or the flower, we got pulled somewhere. Like we didn't get pulled, but we're not able to keep the observing. Or does it change into a new observing because they put it in a container? I don't know. Like, is that
Yes. But if you have enough focus, you can cut out all this clutter. I'm calling whatever the other person wants to say about all the various flowers. I'm calling that as clutter. So if we have enough focus, we can cut out that clutter. But that's the challenge that we have in life, right? The moment we close our eyes and we want to meditate, the clutter comes in.
and the other part about humanity,
Yes.
you could just look at them and just watch them talk and nod, but then you're not present either because you're avoiding the clutter.
Mhm.
It like
Yes.
it's a balance, although when you call it balance, there's already
No, when that focus is there, you can cut out the clutter. It's not always, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you can cut out the clutter. And when the focus is there, you will also know when to listen and when not to listen. You choose. Anyways, thank you. Okay, go ahead, Sri Lakshmi.
Sukha Anushayi Ragaha. Sukha, that which brings joy and pleasure. Anushayi means associated with Sukha. Sukha Anushayi means as a consequence of Sukha. Ragaha. Ragaha is attachment, passion, desire. And the next one is also similar.
So what are you saying in summary? What are you saying?
You keep thinking about, you dwell on the past pleasure, and that gives you the attachment
Attachment and desires.
and desires.
Not only past, it can be something which is happening also.
It means it has to happen one time, and
Yes,
then you think about it, and
yes,
then you like it.
yes.
So
I
it's
mean,
like
what I'm saying
when a
is
news.
when we say past, it doesn't have to be 10 days back or 5 days back. It could have been a minute back. That is also past.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I was
yeah,
trying to highlight. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And this next one, similar one, is dukkha anushayi dveshaha. So you keep dwelling about the pain that has happened to you. That creates the aversion.
Not to you, to me. When I look at the pain that has been inflicted to me,
I don't like it anymore.
no, there is hatred to that, aversion. So if someone has inflicted some pain on me yesterday, then I don't want to have any association with that person. So I develop a hatred. So this is how dvesha, hatred flows from dukkha, from a painful experience. Okay?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anyone? These are fairly simple sutras. Okay.
So Dvesha
Sometimes
flows from dukkha.
Huh?
Dvesha flows from dukkha.
Dvesha flows from dukkha. Yes. Yes.
so association and experiencing of something creates in me the raga or the dvesha, depending on how it was inflicted on me.
Yes.
For me, the sense of a fish is not good. But for someone who grew up with the fish, whose house is filled with fish, they love that smell. It's like jasmine flowers. It's like jackfruit smell for them. So it's also like the previous somebody was asking, to me, it could be pain, but to them, it could be pleasure. So an event happens and how everything else is associated with it gives me whether I develop raga for it or dvesha for it. Because this pain and pleasure, to some extent, it is universal, but not completely. The pain is perceived as pleasure, and the pleasure is perceived as pain.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is Srivatsa here? So he is not here. Okay, let's move on to 9, 10, 11, I think. Let's do it next week since Srivatsa is not here. So Rajeshri, you are in the hot seat now. Rajeshri?
Namaste, everyone.
Go ahead.
क्लेशमूलः कर्म आशयो दृष्ट अदृष्ट जन्म वेदनीयः. Klesha are the impurities. Mulaha is the root. So it says the Mula Klesha. Mula Klesha is the first janma we take the Prakriti which gives us the Janma, the first Janma, which comes with Klesha. So the root is Klesha, Karma, Ashayo, with supporting karmas. Drishta, that which is seen, Adrishta, not seeing, Janma, that is births, Vedaniyaha, the sensory experiences most often associated with suffering. Drishta, Adrishta, Janma, Vedaniyaha is sensory experiences in births that are seen in this Janma and not seen the future Janmas. So what it says is the births we are the births of the birth we have taken are from the root klesha with supporting klesha, root klesha with supporting karmas. So the janma itself, the Prakriti has given us with some kleshas, and to add on, when we live a life, the karmas are attached with. I mean, we create karmas. We can say we create the karmas which support, which are supporting the kleshas. So our janma, the klesha are not the sensory experiences in births that are seen and not seen are from the root klesha with supporting karmas. So the janma what we are experiencing now are with kleshas. We have, we are born with kleshas already, and the karmas add to it. The experience is what we experience. That is, these are that is the law of karma.
So has everyone understood?
No, can I have
No,
an
no.
example, please?
Okay. Rajeshri,
Yes, sir.
your life has plenty of examples.
Yes, sir. Uh,
When I say example, you don't have to be specific. All I'm saying is, all that it says is the sensory experiences in this birth, all the experience that undergo in this experience in this birth.
are
Rajesh,
my
all the experience that you have,
are my kleshas? I'm born with those kleshas.
no,
I
you're
must have
born
done
with kleshas,
something.
correct. All I'm saying is the experiences that you're undergoing in this life, the good, bad, and ugly, everything, all the experiences that you are undergoing in this life. It is explaining, that is why I asked you to look into this sutra. It is explaining why you are having that experience. Why did you why are you facing difficulties after marriage, both with the husband and with the in-laws? Why it is so difficult?
Because I'm born with my kleshas. I must have done something in my previous janma.
But the
Or
klesha
if it
is
is
not
my
a result of the previous janma. The kleshas are what was
Due to
given, was
karma.
assigned to us right in the beginning, correct? At the
yes,
Due to
birth.
karma.
yes, with the birth.
The kleshas are making you think, or the kleshas are the one which are making you think that this is painful.
Yes.
The kleshas are the one which are making you think this is painful. If the mother-in-law says something, you hear it, it becomes painful. If the mother says the same thing, it is not painful. If the husband says it, it becomes painful. If the father or the brother says it is not painful. Where is the problem?
Karma. Karma.
Oh, karma is one part, but what is that is making it painful?
Thinking by herself.
It is the klesha
My
that makes it painful.
kleshas, yes.
Whose klesha?
My own kleshas.
Then why are you blaming your husband and your in-laws?
I'm not anymore.
As of this moment?
Yes.
Huh? Rajeshri, I assigned these sutras for a specific reason. Because I wanted you to learn a life lesson from the sutras that I assigned you.
Yes,
Not
sir.
just to explain it.
No, sir.
Huh?
That's
And
what. I'm not complaining anymore.
only from this moment. But the moment the class ends, you will start complaining.
No, I don't. I'm
I
not.
have to check with your daughters.
Yes, sir. Those are new kleshas.
Huh?
Those are new kleshas which are forming after learning this.
Hmm. Any questions, anyone? Everyone is being nice to
I
you. Go ahead.
just wanted to add. I just wanted to add. There's a subtle difference between the kleshas giving you suffering, and that is different from sufferings are what you see as a sufferings are because of klesha. There is a subtle difference. A equal to B, but B is different. B equal to A is not correct. I mean, I don't know that I make sense. That is, people believe that because of my klesha, I'm suffering. No, you are seeing suffering because of your klesha. There's a
Correct.
difference.
Correct.
And I think all these five
Have to
chittavrittis
see.
come into this. Avidya, Raga, Dvesha, Asmita, and Abhinivesha. All this together. That is what I'm living the life.
No, did you understand what Mohan is saying?
Yes, I did.
He made a very subtle point. He says,
Yes,
ah,
I did.
okay. Did everyone understand? The way we perceive suffering. The suffering comes from the way we perceive it, an experience. We suffer because of the kleshas. We see suffering as a suffering.
Our own interpretation.
We see suffering as a suffering, although the
But
suffering
isn't
is
that
just
is
an
our own
experience.
interpretation? How we interpret?
Attachment.
No, but how, but also how we
Go ahead.
interpret.
How you interpret?
How
Yeah.
we interpret.
Interpretation, where does it come from?
What
That
the problem
interpretation
is.
comes from the kleshas, from our avidya, from our kleshas.
We interpret the problem. But yes.
Yes.
So
First of all, it is
we
not a
can
problem. That's what I'm saying. First of all, it is not a problem. It is an experience, and we refuse to go through that. We refuse to accept that experience as an experience. We see that experience as a suffering. Okay, let's move on. Next one, Rajeshri.
Sati mule tat vipako jati ayuhu bhogaha. Sati means the end or destruction. Mule is the root. Mula is the root actually. Mule is from the roots. Tad vipako, it fruitions. Jati. Bhoga is experiences. Jati ayuh bhoga is in the species or race of the birth, longevity and the experiences. So I'm just reading it now. From the roots of destruction or end of a lifetime, it fruitions in the species or race of the next birth, longevity and experiences of that lifetime. So what it says is, when I die,
Hmm.
my death
Hmm.
will take another janma. This is the end, actually. This is the end of my life, but it is the beginning of another janma. It fruitions into, I don't know what the janmas and whatever I have done in this janma will fruition into the way I am in the next janma, whether I take whatever form I take.
Not
Jati
just
is species is.
no, not just karma based on this life, but the full,
Overall.
the complete collection of the karma. Earlier
Yeah.
janmas also you have done, right?
Yes.
There is a bag, all everything put together.
Put
Some of it
together.
will fruition.
Yeah. So that fruitioning is in the form of maybe that fruitioning is what I'll be in the next janma.
Right.
The species or the race or whatever, I'll take another janma. And also in this fruitioning, this janmas karmas will fruition in giving me the longevity and the experiences in my next janma. So the next janma, my experiences and longevity and the species, whatever I'll be born in, depends, will come, will only decide, will be formed only after my death.
Yes. So whatever experiences you are undergoing in this life, what is it based on?
The experiences, all this, my karmas and kleshas.
Past life,
Of this life or earlier life? Of earlier lives?
I don't know. This may be my first life from direct Prakriti, or
earlier life,
I must have had many janmas altogether.
So assuming that you had earlier life,
Yes.
so these experiences that you are undergoing now
Yeah.
is based on the
My
fruitioning
previous
of the
janmas.
karmas when you took a birth this time.
Yes.
And why the heck are you complaining?
I know now.
So no pariharas are going to help. Correct?
Pariharas in the sense, yeah, the meditation can help. The
No.
tapas can help. It
No.
can.
What it will help you with? To make it disappear?
just be observer.
Hold on.
Meditation is just the
Oh.
observer.
No.
Yes, sir. Ask again.
You said pariharas like meditation, etc. will help. How is it going to help?
But just not reacting.
To what?
to whatever the experiences I'm having.
So the meditation is going to bring you vidya,
Yes,
and that vidya is going to make you accept those experiences
yes,
and not complain about the experiences and not label the experiences as good and bad.
yes.
Okay, everyone, any questions here?
It's not a question as much as I'm just restating it, just so that I understand it.
Yeah.
So whatever happens in this birth
Mhm.
determines where I will be born, how long I will live, and what experiences I will have in my next Janma.
Not only this birth.
Correct. I mean, along with whatever is there from previous births, but
Yeah.
this birth also is a very important determinant, because today I have
Correct. Correct.
a way to understand and maybe do something about it.
Yes. So,
But,
yes.
but I have a question here, that is, I will say circumstances. So, whatever is the circumstances I'm facing in this life
Mm.
is a result of my Purva Janma, that karma and samskaras, basically samskaras, which includes karmas also, right? So, whatever are the circumstances I'm facing in this life are already determined. There is nothing I can do in this life to change it. All I can do is I can, with Vidya, that is by understanding that uh, I will be able to reduce my suffering. I will be able to bring a sense of detachment, but I will never be able to change the circumstances.
Yes. You
Whereas I
yeah.
can do all the right things in this Janma to make the circumstances different or better in the next Janma.
No, the correct understanding is you don't want to have a next Janma.
No, no, that apart, in
Yeah.
this particular sutra, it is saying that what happens in the next Janma, correct?
Yes.
So, in that context, I am saying that what I can do is I cannot change the circumstances of this Janma, but certainly with understanding, I can make I can say, make a conscious difference to the next Janma,
Future Janmas.
future Janmas.
Yeah. It may or may not happen in the next Janma. It may
I
happen.
wouldn't even know. Even if it happens, I won't have the continuity of
You
memory.
will know if there is sufficient progress you have made. Probably you can find out in the next Janma.
Jnana. That is okay. But I'm saying, so circumstances in this Janma has to be born with the knowledge which will make me feel less attached to the sufferings, which
Yes.
will make me have certain detachment to whatever are the desires, and I mean I'll be able to overcome all the desires.
Yes.
That's all I can do. Circumstances won't change. That's what I think this sutra is trying to tell
Correct.
us.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You cannot change your mother-in-law. You cannot change your husband. I mean,
No, actually, people are.
that is why we have come to the point of saying, "Oh, I will change my husband or wife, divorce." But unfortunately, for karma, if you have to undergo something, the next one also will be the same or worse.
Some people do change husband.
It doesn't change.
Some people do change husband. Some
People
people
do change their husband.
and also change the in-laws, everybody.
Yes.
They also change in-laws.
Yeah, they do. But the problem is, for karma, if you have to undergo something in the second marriage also, it will happen. If you go and question those people who have had second marriage, they will tell you that this is not what they thought it would be. Now they have understood that certain amount of tolerance is needed. That tolerance itself will become love when you
every,
understand the karma theory.
every situation needs tolerance. Anyway, children, husband, gardening, or anything. Tolerance is always there. Tolerance in every situation. Anything you take in life, there is a tolerance.
Now, tolerance is a poor word, Shashi. It has to become love. Tolerance comes from attachment. Love comes from detachment. I tolerate Shashi means I have attachment towards her. That's why I tolerate. I love Shashi means I'm detached from Shashi. So I have unconditional love for her. I have no expectations of Shashi. And I will accept whatever Shashi does.
Thanks for this. Thanks for the lesson.
Yeah. Okay. One more for you. Rajeshri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 12, 13 and 14 is yours, right?
I don't know. 14 is
What do you
also
mean
mine.
you don't know? I sent everything to you and you're saying you don't know?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Do you
Te
people don't read
halada
the messages that I sent?
I did, sir, but
No. I assigned 12, 13 and 14 to you and you're saying you don't know. Go ahead.
yes. Okay. Te halada paritapa phalaha punya apunya hetutvat.
Hmm. Can't hear you.
Yeah, okay. So te means they, halada means pleasurable, joyful. Paritapa is miserable or pain of regrets. Phalaha, the fruit. Punya apunya hetutvat, caused by punya, that is pleasant reactions of past, and apunya, that is regrets or unpleasant reactions of the past. So I just read it. They, that is the experiences of birth, are pleasurable or miserable fruit caused by punya and apunya. So the experience, it's actually the same as 213. The experiences what I'm having now, whether pleasurable or miserable. Pleasurable is because of punya I must have done. Miserable because of the apunya I must have done. So it is fruitioning. I mean, I'm experiencing that in my this janma
How do you get punya?
by doing good things.
No.
Yeah. By saying that I did the good things.
Huh?
By saying
Ah,
I did the good things.
patting on our back.
Yes,
I am a
that's
very
your,
good person. I am a very good
yeah, that is
person.
your statement. That's why I didn't use it.
That is what it is saying. Pleasant reactions of the past,
Yes.
not just doing the act. So I give some donation to the poor. I don't collect punya. I don't collect punya. Only when I react, saying that, oh, I gave this to 10 people I gave today. I bought lunch for 5 people today. I gave annadana. I gave this, I gave that. Or I helped this person with this. That is patting oneself on the back. That is how we accumulate punya. That is why yogis, when they help, they don't accumulate punya. And they don't accumulate apunya either because they don't have any regrets of the past. They don't have any regrets. When I yell at Rajeshri, I don't have any regrets. I don't, at the end of the class, I don't say, oh, maybe I should not have said that harsh word about to Rajeshri. No, I don't. Okay. So regrets of the past and the pleasant reactions of the past are the ones which collect apunya or punya. With me, everyone? Everyone has understood this?
Well, I understand it, but
Okay.
a story comes to mind about an experience of uh, a girl who buys lunch for her friends. There's 5 of them. She feels really good. So it's like a charity, or is it? Yeah, I don't know. That's between her and then she comes home and her husband says, "Why is the bank account, why did it cost $250 for lunch?" So then there's the punya. She has the regret of like, oh, yeah, I did that. Like, is there another concept in there that's
Uh, yeah, I mean, what you're saying is correct. The punya part comes when she thinks on her own, oh, I did a good thing. That's when you accumulate punya. As long as you do it without that kind of a self acknowledgement, then you don't accrue any punya. Because we don't want to accrue punya karma or papa karma. We don't want to do either of them. I mean, punya karma or apunya karma, we don't want to accumulate.
then she has regret when she
Yeah,
gets home.
regret. Yeah, when she comes back and the husband says, "Oh, you spent $250," yeah, now she's regretting it, and she's going to accumulate papa.
Or does she, so then would she like be the stand that she did what she did and not have the regret of it, but then she'd still have the punya.
Yeah, never regret it. Why should you regret it? You gave. That's it.
Yeah, no matter whatever somebody else says about it.
Yeah,
But
Uh,
but it
I
has to.
think
But it has to be your money, right?
but
Other people
sir,
control your money sometimes, I think.
That's what I'm saying. If I use somebody else, if I take somebody else's money and I gift it, obviously the other person is going to yell at me. So I must be ready for that.
I again have a question on Tammy's
Yeah.
comment.
Mm.
Who decides punya and apunya? Okay, she has
Your
given the
thought,
money.
your thought decides.
The thought or the processor, the software, the whatever.
See, the regret becomes the thought. Now I regret, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have spent $250. That regret brings papa. But when I gave the, when I bought lunch for 5 people, spending $50 each, it felt good. And then I patted myself on the back saying, oh, it feels good. I did a good thing. These people were hungry, so I bought for them. I collected punya. So it is our pleasurable feeling and it is our regrets. So the regrets bring us papa and the pleasurable feelings bring punya.
Maybe
I have a question here,
Mm,
but in Tammy's example, all that is happening in this Janma.
correct. You are
But in
collecting that karma, that's all. You're collecting that
but the
karma.
sutra says punya pleasant reactions of the past and
Yeah.
apunya regrets of the past. So that refers to previous janma, right?
No, the experiences. It is not previous janma. What I'm saying is the experiences will happen in the next janma. Next janma. It need not be even next janma. It happens in the future. But
Or
the
it could be acting
karma,
out from a past that already happened from a previous Jama. And that could
no,
be
no,
how
no,
it
no, no,
expresses
no, no, no.
itself. No? Okay.
See, here it is saying, Rada Paritapa Phala Punya Apunya Hetutvat. So I understand that whatever experiences I am undergoing in this life is because of the punya and papa I collected in the previous,
Correct.
because of the reactions in the past.
Correct.
So 1 hour back I did something and now I regret that. So I collect that papa.
That will come next year. Next one.
I
Why?
collect
No, no,
that
that is
papa, but whether I'm going to have that experience in this life or next life, I don't know.
Why does she has to collect the apunya? Her husband is saying when she reacted only when her husband said that.
Yeah, she is regretting what she did.
but is it because of something in her previous janma that she feels like that this janma?
No, it is because coming from her klesha. Right? It is coming from her klesha.
So what I understand is whatever you do in this Janma, yesterday, it goes to the future, but
Correct. It goes to the future. Yes.
it doesn't show in this Janma. What we call it, what we did from the birth yesterday.
It goes to the future. Yeah, whatever you did yesterday, or whatever you did in the previous moment, it may go to the next birth or it can happen in the future. It only says future. Future means in this birth itself or in the next birth. We don't know.
I also have an instinct that in the law of karma that it doesn't have to perpetuate. Like something like balances it, you know? Like there is something that's required for her to see, you know, for it to not happen again or to be, you know what I mean, have more self-confidence or, you know, like
More questions.
I
something
mean,
about who she is and why, you know,
see,
just
the thing is, it is an
in the
incorrect
current life.
perspective. See, it all arises from the incorrect perspective of life. See, 1 hour back, I gave $250 and I felt it is the right thing to do at that time. 1 hour later, I feel it is incorrect. I regret. It is coming from incorrect perspective of life. It comes from avidya, right?
Mm-hmm. There has to be a point where it gets transformed or it continues to repeat.
It will continue to repeat until you learn the lesson.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't always assume that that's just for my next. Sometimes the seeing is where we can learn the lesson and transform it.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
See, both this feeling good and regret is happening because of avidya. There is no lesson learned.
lesson is
If I were if I am at a wall state and if I want to do $250, I will make sure that 250 will not cause a problem in my other relationship, correct? Or I will not regret it, even if it comes up for a discussion.
Yeah, like it's not impulsive. She would plan ahead of time, right? The intention of, you know, how sharing a beautiful lunch with people that normally can enjoy that. And then she would also let her immediate surroundings know that this is an impact on the household
Is-
if it
See,
is
the thing
arisen.
is,
Mhm.
life is being spontaneous. Spontaneous does not mean being irresponsible.
Or think twice before you do anything. So you don't have to go one way or the other.
Yeah. That thinking twice, eh, although it is a very materialistic way of putting it, I don't like it. I'm saying that's why I use the word spontaneous. Spontaneous is not being irresponsible. You know what you're doing, and you're responsible for what you're doing. That's all. As simple as that. If my spouse is going to complain, why did you spend $250? I would say I felt that I should feed them. I fed them, and I'll make sure that $250 I will earn and put it in the bank. If it is questioned later on.
But I'm working currently and I spend a joint account, so our husband can say that. So why do I have to say I earn $50? I'm working for it. I have a job right now, so I'm making money. I put in a
Yeah.
joint account.
Yeah.
So why do I have to?
All these things come from. So why is the husband asking this question? Because the husband-wife relationship is not okay. That's why the husband is questioning it. I'm not saying whether it is right or wrong. I'm saying the relationship is not on the right track. Okay. Any more questions on this? All right. Who is the next one?
Sarala.
Is she here?
Yeah, I'm here. Namaste, Acharya ji. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste.
I'm assigned 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So number 15.
15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Parinama tapa sanskara dukkaihi gunavritti virodhat cha dukkham eva sarvam vivekinaha. Okay. So parinama, it means transformation, results, change, whatever we can call it. Tapa is, as we just now understood, regretful state, mental or physical pain. Okay. Sanskara, it is a combination, as many times you have told us. Klesha, karma, vasana together make sanskara.
Yes.
It's a past karmic impressions, in a way we can call it. Dukkha is by miseries, the pain, regretful impression. So together, sanskara, dukkha, we can say misery resulting from the regretful impressions. That karma, which gives difficulties, which immeasurable pain, sorrow, sadness that is experienced, and we react to that negatively in the past, and that is fruition in the present. So that will be come as a sanskara dukkhayi. How does it expresses guna in the form of a guna? The gunas are three: rajas, tamas, and sattva. We have seen the guna word before in chapter Samadhi Pada 1.16. Tat param purusha khyate guna vaitrishyam. There he says that the one whose vairagi is there, who goes beyond the gunas also. So here now the guna is expressed, the way the dukkha expresses in the life is, which expresses the form of sattva, rajas, and tamas. So what is sattva? Sattva is the one which gives you the peaceful, the calm, cool feeling. That is sattva. Rajas is the activity. Activity means hyperactive, or that gives you a gist to go to work, and that is rajas. And tamas is uh, darkness, the depressions. Uh, that way, it's ignorance also will be as a tamas. But one has to have the balance of all three gunas in the life, okay? But here is a dukham. The main, what is this telling about the dukham? Dukha eva sarvam vivekinaha. Eva means alone, sarvam means all. Here, Vivekinaha, Vivekina is the one who has Vivek, or one who is Viveki. Vivek means the one which differentiates, as we just now we learned from the avidya. What is avidya? The one who has an understanding of avidya and then can overcome that, differentiates between the nitya from anitya, that is permanent from the temporary, shucha from ashucha, from the purity from the impurity, and from the dukkha from the sukha, from the miseries from the pleasures, like that. So the one who can differentiate between the two. Now this whole sutra has two parts. First part is parinama tapa sanskara dukkhi guna vritti virodhat. Okay, and the second part is the vivekinaha dukkham eva sarvam. They know this, everything is a dukkham. So how does this the first? I will read the meaning of it and then I'll explain more. Discriminating person indeed understands everything to be miserable, coming from the results of miserable sanskaras, those are the impressions of the past, by opposing. Virodhat, I didn't tell the meaning before. Virodhat means opposing, by judging the expressions of the gunas in the nature, and then it's forming the new karmas which come back in the form of a miserable expressions. So this is the sutra which you had told us. This is the cause of the rebirth. This is a very important sutra. So now I'll go into the each details about that. So what we have in the present, that we are suffering, the dukkha that comes in our life, that is a misery which may be in the form of a physical, like somebody has a cancer, or somebody undergo through accidents, or the mental dukkha, like one mother loses a child, the husband is become the woman becomes a widow right away after the marriage. Is like these kind of a dukkha, which has immeasurable dukkha, which cannot be taken as a sorrow. And also the one which has the one which we look at it with the kleshas, the dukkha that we have. The klesha we know is the kleshas are in the form of avidya, asmita, avanesha, raga, dukkha, raga, dvesha. So we have likes and dislikes, but we cannot overcome by that. Only by raising ourselves above all these will come as a not reacting to it as but responding to it, as we say. So that will be the one to virodha, because we are avoiding to have that avoiding the dukkha. That's why the reason that we are suffering in this life. So that to avoid that, we have to prevent the reaction to it. So somebody has given a nice equation. E plus R is equal to O. E stands for the events which could be any dukkham, whatever we have, which could be pleasant also. And R is whether you react or you respond. And the equal to will be outcome. That will be your parinama. So this sutra goes exactly with that equation. How do I respond to my events that occur in my life, or I have that presently in this life, I had to understand has occurred because of my previous sanskaras, that the klesha, vasanas and karma that I have done in the past. That's why what I have it now. But how do I respond to it now, or whether react to it? So whether I react to it, then it will be I am trying to avoid it, and that I will result in the same outcome will be the bad, and then I will creating agami karma. I'm not negating the present karmas, so that will be the outcome. But if I respond to it as you always you gave us the example, whether I've done a good deed. If I did a good deed, then I am accruing. I am pat myself to say, then I accruing the punyas, and that punya will give me the outcome of a sukham. But at the same time, I still have a next life. But at the same time, if I I will responded to I reacted, and then I'm not reactive. I'm opposing it to what I am going through in this my life. Why God has given me the cancer? Why not somebody else? Why my child has to die? And why did this happen to me? If we take it that way, then the outcome will be I'll be miserable. I will become more and more dukhi, and then I will be depressed. I won't come out of it, and then I won't be able to deal with the life, and my rest of the life will be dukhi. So this is how the outcome will come. So that outcome we want to avoid it. So that's why the Vivekina, those who are Viveki, those who know not to see in a dukham, the sukha, dukkha as a sukha, or a purity, impurity as a purity. So that's why that avidya, we had to overcome that avidya. So that's why the first sutra that is in this pada is that kriya yoga is kriya yoga tapasa swadhyaya ishvara pranidhana. So that we have to use to overcome this dukkha. We have to do a tapas in the sense that we have to use whatever the Patanjali Muni has told us right from the beginning, like a vritti. The vritti is that the chitta vritti nirodha that we learned from the first chapter itself. The yoga we have to do. So tapas, the vritti, we got to keep observing our mind all the time. What vrittis they are coming in our mind, and so we so we have to play the role of asmita, that klesha, that asmita observer. The what vrittis are coming, why those vrittis are coming. The vrittis, we know there are 5 types of the vrittis: viparya, vikalpa, pramana, nidra, and smriti. So those vrittis, and we have to see why they came, because of the klesha. So that if we go into the reasons for that, then as an observer, I will negate my dukkhas what I am experiencing now. One small story I want to tell, that one lady who lost her child, and she goes to the saint and she pleads him, please give my child the life back to him. So that the saint tells her, okay, I will do, provided you go in the community or in their whole village and find out who does not have death in their family or in their this thing. So she goes to every house and bring the jalam from there, to bring the water from that house. She goes to every house, and she cannot find any house where there was no death. So that's when she comes back to the saint. She understands that this death is my own destiny that I have. He has to go through it, and then she does not ask him to give the life back to his son. So this is one of the way of overcoming the parinama, by not not causing virodha, to not trying to avoid it. So the last, the dukkham eva sarvam, it is in one sentence, I would say that Nanak Guru Granth Sahib also said, Nanak Dukhiya Sab Sansar. So the Vivekananda knows, if we look around, every one of us have gone through some kind of a sorrow or a dukkha. Nobody has gone without any dukkham in their life or previously. So this is about my explanation of 2.15 Sutra.
Let's see if anyone has a question.
I have a question.
Yes.
So the sutra also talks of guna.
Yes.
So how does this guna affect?
Okay. Depending upon our past karmas, that our like as you see, you see that the shloka says mule sati jati jati
Sati,
bhoga. What is the third one? Jati ayu bhoga. Okay, so jati ayu bhoga that comes is because of the gunas. If my punya was, if I had a good, I have done a punya, so I will be born in a rich family. I will be I will have all the sukhas. So that will be the because of the gunas. And if there will be if I have done a lot of bad karmas before, and that will give me like a dukkha will be in the, I will be born in a poor family, like that. So that can you see as a guna, sattva guna and a tamo guna, like where I am completely in the that in the poor family I'm born. So that will be the tamo guna because of my tamo gunas.
Uh, I don't think guna really, that's all the vasanas. The vasanas determine where you are born, how long is your ayu, and what kind of experiences you have. But guna is something very specific to every birth. So guna basically is the energy you bring to this
No,
life.
everything in the life is in expression in form of a guna. Like you see in the nature, you see in the nature there's a mountains, trees, they are representing sattva guna. At the same time, if you go and see where is the dirt there, the slush is there, and that will be a tamo guna. Okay, that's because of the tamo guna. So the expression in the nature also is in the form of a gunas too. Okay, if the bird also, if you see the birds which are like a koyal, they give you a sweet, and at the same time the sound of the kaka, like a crow, is not sweet. So that will be like in a tamoguna because of that sound like that. So it's not that the kaka is a tamas, but at the same time, that's how the expression Hansa Paki, that the swan, is a sattvic guna that is there. So
Okay,
that
let me interrupt here and answer this question a little in a better way. See, the gunas are the ones in us which cause us to react in the way we react. So depending on the mixture of the gunas, we may react violently all the time, or we may react only violently sometimes, or may not, we never may react violently. So that's how the gunas work.
So gunas are not something which goes with the chitta birth after birth.
Gunas are what?
Is gunas also like samskaras? The chitta gets it birth after birth, or is it only for a particular birth?
Gunas also, birth after birth, it may not be exactly the same as the last birth. It may change.
You mean okay? I understood guna to be the energy you bring to any activity. That
Correct.
is, it's like the
The
fire burning up.
the Rajas, Tamas.
Rajas is somebody who's very active and very, or the other way is that they are restless. I
Yes.
mean, they can't sit still in one place. Whereas the tamas is very difficult to get them to move from the couch. So That's the opposite end. Whereas sattva is where it is balanced. So where it is needed to rest, they will be resting. Where action is needed, they will bring themselves to actually act promptly rather than procrastinate. We say, no, many of us
Yes.
have that tendency to put off doing something.
Mhm.
So, but these gunas are also part of the vasanas, is it then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So in this sutra, how do you understand this? Can you?
Expression.
Yeah. What is that opposing expression of the three gunas? How does that? I'm a little confused. If you can explain that.
Can I tell one more thing? The guna, even in the express, the food also is in a form of a gunas that you eat. Okay, like a sattvic food. That sattvic food, what you eat, like suppose you eat fruits, vegetables, freshly cooked food, and your own home food. That will be a sattvic food. That when you eat, that will give in your mind the expression of in the form of a calm, cool. You won't react. But at the same time, suppose you eat the food like which is like a pickles or the fried spicy
Yeah,
food.
Sarala, that is fine. But her question
Yeah,
is,
that I'm coming to that. That
yes,
will give us a guna, that like expression in the mind. My will be the agitations. I will be more agitated than whatever I will see in the form of I'll see agitation. If something will come across, if my son has done something wrong, I will be very upset about it, and then I will react to it that in that form. And then suppose I take alcohol or anything like that, then that will be tamoguna, and then I'll be sleeping, I will be depressed, I will be sick to death like that. So those the guna that will come in my mind, those types of the reactions, and that how I respond to the situation that will come in front of me, that will be in the form of a guna. So that will be like in a sato guna. Suppose I'm a calm person, I will respond to it. I won't react to that. If my son failed in the exam, I won't react to it. But if that will be in the form of a sato guna. But if I reacted, oh, why did you fail? Oh, because you didn't study. I told you don't go out and play, and don't take away your phone from you, and I won't let you do that. Your play with all the time on your games. You are then that's why you fail. So that will be my just in the form of the thing. And if I in a tamoguna, I'm punishment. I'm giving you a punishment. No more cell phone for you. No more games for you. And you have to sit, and you are not allowed to go, and you are punished. You have to study all the time like that. So that will be my response to that. So that virodha, that should be avoiding that the guna vrittis. That's how the guna expresses. That's my take.
anyway, I think in one simple sentence, Usha, the way to think of this is, if you look at this summary, uh, opposing the expression of the gunas, meaning, uh, see, judging is one expression. So based on what I say, you may be judging me. Okay, so that's what we are. Instead of just accepting what I say, you judge a person. So this is coming from the gunas. This is part of the expression of the guna. So these kinds of things are the ones that are going to cause additional karmas, and that's the one which is going to bring miserable fruits, miserable experiences in the future.
Okay.
Okay. I think we are running out of time. Um,
Yeah, it's 9:09 already.
so should we continue this next week? Because we have kind of assigned next week to wind up. Unless everyone is willing to extend our discussion for one more week until until June 27th.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
We are okay if you have to extend. I mean, I don't know.
Everyone
Because this
okay
is
with that?
Me too,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Who
Yes.
is not okay? Let me know.
I think we are okay to go ahead. Thank you for giving opportunity to reflect upon it.
So next week you can start at Sutra
16,
16.
17. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 16, 17 and 18. Huh?
Mhm. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, namaste everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Namaste.
you.
Thank you, sir. Namaste. Bye bye.